Well, we have a special guest on this week's Spotlight Music Series. He's a veteran turned singer, songwriter. We'd like to welcome Scotty Hasting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You are an Army vet. Can you tell us about the time that you served?
Yeah, it was basically between 2010 and 2015. I deployed once to Afghanistan. While I was in Afghanistan, I was shot 10 times, 5 times in the shoulder, 4 times in the hip, and once in the thigh, and medically retired.
Goodness. Now, was music always a part of your life? Was this a way of catharsis for you to go from the Army to music? How did this transition go for you?
So it's I've always sung. In church, with my mom going to church, and I never really thought about like music become a profession or really playing the guitar or trying to pursue it in any way, shape, or form until COVID hit. Really, I was shooting archery with the U.S. Paralympic program, and I was traveling all over the country, and then COVID hit, and it basically shut that down. So I needed to find something to escape into, something to get out of my head, to try to help with the depression, the PTSD, all of that stuff that I deal with on a daily basis. I just needed something, an outlet. And I always had a guitar sitting in the corner of my room, and I was like, well, why not? So I jumped on YouTube and basically just dove deep into learning how to play the guitar.
So you taught yourself how to play the guitar?
I did.
That's incredible.
Well, myself and YouTube, absolutely.
Well, that's incredible. And do you use your music to help other veterans?
I try to. I play a lot of veteran events and organizations, and just try to help. So I have nerve damage in my right hand. So I can't hold a pick. I have to like strap a pick to my thumb, and I basically just want to try to, show these veterans that, hey man, like if I can get up there and I can do it, like anyone can.
Absolutely. How would you describe your genre and what inspires you in your singing and your songwriting?
Country, for sure.
Yeah. And you're based in Nashville, so you're in the perfect place.
Yeah, I'm based in Nashville, so naturally it just kind of works. No, I grew up with my dad listening to country. Garth Brooks, all the 90s stuff, like Alan Jackson, all that stuff. Fell in love with it, and I knew that if I was going to pursue music in any way, shape, or form, it would definitely be country.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, you're going to be performing a song for us after the break, "The Stories That They Tell." What's the story behind this song?
Yeah, so this was a song that I had on my mind and my heart for a really long time. I met with a really good friend of mine by the name of Doug Johnson. Doug Johnson is a guy, he wrote 3 Wooden Crosses. He wrote Love Like Crazy by Lee Brice. If She's Lonely Now, She Won't Be Lonely Long. He's written a lot of great songs. And I knew when I met him that he was the one that could help me tell this story, help me write this song.
That's great.
And so with it, I knew what I had an idea, I had a title in my head. I knew that I wanted the title to be The Stories That They Tell. And I knew I wanted the idea of the song to be the reason why we as veterans tell the stories that we do is because those people, our best friends, the greatest people we've ever known, for those brief moments that we're telling the story, they're alive again.
Indeed.
Whether it be in our hearts or in our minds. And, it's something that, it's funny because you get 2 veterans together and we could talk for hours. I mean,
I'm
literally.
sure.
And we're just telling stories about random stuff.
The stories that you can tell. Scotty, I want to thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I can't wait to hear the song after the break. And we hopefully will see you in Charleston performing one of these days soon.
I hope so.
Thank you so much. We're back in 2 minutes.